Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. So in this video I am just going to go through all of the pickups for May 2024. Not a whole lot this month. It's been a very quiet month for me. So I imagine this will probably be a very short video, but there's still about 6 or 7 items here. So yeah, I thought I'd just do a quick video and show you what I got. So yeah, let's get into it. So first up, I've just got a record to show you. Now, I know this isn't a movie, but the artist in question is a legendary director, and I know a lot of people love this director. And it is John Carpenter's Lost Themes for Noir. So this is his 4th album of original music that he's done also with his son Cody and his godson Daniel Davies. So yeah, if you're a fan of John Carpenter's music from his films, I would definitely recommend checking these albums out because his original music is very similar to what you hear in his movies. But yeah, great album. This is a exclusive from Sacred Bones, so you do get a few things in here which I will just quickly show you. So you do get the record itself, and this is sort of the exclusive part of it. So it's like an orange splatter kind of design to it. I want to say this was limited to 1,000 copies, but I'm not too sure on that. It could be more, could be less. As well as the record itself, you also get a 7-inch single for one of the B-sides, so that's for the track Black Cathedral. And you do also get a poster in this set. I will try my best to get it on camera because this poster is absolutely massive. So it's just an image of the 3 of them. Yeah, I can't even get it into frame, so I'll just kind of try and show as much as I can of it. But yeah, absolutely massive poster from this set. But yeah, like I said, if you like John Carpenter's music from his films, I would definitely recommend checking out his albums as well. So yeah, that is Lost Themes 4 from John Carpenter. Right, so on to the Blu-ray pickups, and the first one we have here is a movie that I fancied giving a rewatch, and I realised that I didn't have it in the collection, and it is Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. So yeah, this is kind of like a semi-fictional, semi-factual biographical film about the legendary Bruce Lee. So this came out in the early 90s, and yeah, it basically just covers his life from, his childhood to his early life in America, the struggles he had early in his career to his eventual stardom, and also, elements of his personal life, like his relationship with his wife, Linda. But yeah, this is a fantastic film, in my opinion. Like I said, it does have some fictional elements to it. So, there are certain things that happen in this film that definitely didn't happen in Bruce Lee's life, but I think it was done so just to kind of provide more of an entertaining movie. But yeah, if you're a fan of Bruce Lee, I would definitely recommend checking this film out. So that is Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. Next up, this was a bit of a blind buy from me. I'd never heard of this film before, but once I came across it, there was a few things about it that made me want to pick it up. So the movie is Murder by Decree. So, like I said, there was a few things that got me interested in this film. The first one being it is directed by Bob Clark, who is responsible for one of my favourite horror films from the 1970s, which is Black Christmas. But it's also the premise of this film that got me intrigued. It's essentially Sherlock Holmes investigating the Jack the Ripper murders. And you've got Christopher Plummer playing Sherlock Holmes. You've got James Mason playing Watson. You've also got Donald Sutherland in this film. So already you've got a great cast and a great director. The film itself was pretty decent. I was hoping it was going to be more of a horror film, but it probably feels more like a drama. But it does capture that sort of gloomy 19th century London kind of feel to it. So it does have some really good elements. I was hoping it was going to be better, but it's still a really solid film. So yeah, that is Murder by Decree. Next up, we have a Blu-ray from Eureka, and this has been out a few months, but I noticed it was starting to go out of print on a lot of the online retailers, so I decided to pick it up before I missed out, and it is The Fall of Akko Castle. So this is a 1970s Japanese historical epic. It's based on the true story of the Revenge of the 47 Ronin, which is a story that is very popular in Japanese history, and it's been told many, many times in films. Also directed by Kinji Fukasaku, who directed Battle Royale and many great Yakuza gangster films from the 1970s. And overall, I thought this was a really good film, very epic in places, perhaps a little bit too long, and it does have some slow parts, but it's bookended by two really great sequences. So yeah, overall, I really enjoyed it, and if you like your historical Japanese or any sort of historical epics, give it a go. That is The Fall of Akko Castle. Next up, we have a new release from 88 Films. Now, I had a feeling this film wasn't going to be that great. I'd always heard pretty bad things about it, but I'm a huge fan of Jackie Chan, and I'm a bit of a completist when it comes to his films, so I was always going to pick this up regardless of what the film was like. And it is The Fearless Hyena Part 2. So yeah, this is obviously a sequel to The Fearless Hyena, also starring Jackie Chan. But this is quite an interesting film in his career, because he started making this film, but then very soon into production, he basically just left and never came back. So the filmmakers had to finish the film without him, and it's kind of similar to Game of Death with Bruce Lee, where they had to employ other actors and stand-ins to kind of play the main character. And it's the same here. There's different actors playing Jackie Chan's character. They had to rewrite the story so the character has to be in disguise for a lot of the movie, and you have to sort of pretend that it is Jackie Chan. As well as that, the film is essentially just a clip show of the first Fearless Hyena movie. So yeah, it's not that great, but like I said, I just had to pick it up. But it's a really nice release from 88 Films. I love this artwork. You also get reversible art, and you get a booklet inside, which has so much information about the controversial history of this film. But yeah, it wasn't a great film, but I'm still kind of glad to have it in the collection because I do love Jackie Chan. So yeah, that is The Fearless Hyena Part 2. Next up, we have a new release from Radiance Films. Now, Radiance Films are a label that, when they first got started about a year or two ago, I was pretty much collecting everything that they were releasing. But lately, I haven't been buying as many of their films. But as soon as they announced this one, I knew this was a day one purchase for me, because I have been dying to see this film for years. And it is Planet of the Vampires from Mario Bava. And Mario Bava is probably my all-time favourite Italian director. He did some fantastic horror films from the 60s and the 70s. And I think this is one of his few, or possibly only, science fiction film. But yeah, it's basically about these astronauts who land on this planet, and one by one they start getting consumed by this life force that is on the planet. But I think what's interesting about this film is that it's been said this film is a huge influence on a lot of later science fiction films, in particular Ridley Scott's Alien, and I can definitely see that with this film. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's not my favourite Mario Bava film, but I thought overall it was pretty solid and a pretty good time. It reminded me a lot of an episode of The Twilight Zone or The Outer Limits. It had that kind of feel to it. But yeah, it's also a really nice box set from Radiance Films. I love that artwork, and similar on the other side as well. And you get your film, massive booklet with loads of information. You even get some postcards in here as well. So yeah, it's a really nice release from Radiance Films. And yeah, I thought the film was pretty good too. So yeah, that is Planet of the Vampires. And then my last pickup for May is my only 4K pickup for the month. And again, this was another one that as soon as it was announced, I knew I had to get it. And it is Once Upon a Time in the West by Sergio Leone. So yeah, this is the classic Western epic from Sergio Leone. And yeah, this was always a day one purchase for me. It's not my favourite Sergio Leone film, I will admit. I do prefer The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, and I do also prefer Once Upon a Time in America over this film. But this is still a fantastic Western nonetheless. Great cinematography, great music from Ennio Morricone, and yeah, just a really great story and a great cast with the likes of Charles Bronson and Henry Fonda. Henry Fonda plays a fantastic villain in this movie. And yeah, it's one of those box sets where you get the poster and the booklet and the art cards, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, really nice release from Paramount and a fantastic movie. So yeah, that is Once Upon a Time in the West on 4K. So there you go, guys. Those are all my pickups for May 2024. Like I said, not many this month. I do apologise if you were hoping to see more, but like I said, it was just a very, very quiet month for me. But I hope you've still enjoyed the video nonetheless. Let me know if you've seen any of these movies. Have you picked up any of these particular releases? I would love to hear your thoughts on it. But until then, I'll leave the video there. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you all on the next one. So take care.